to the stage with the host and cruise director, Eddie Jenkins.
How was your day, everybody? Did everybody have a good day? I do hope so. These are still on, Blake, by the way. Well, I hope you had a wonderful time. Now, tonight we've got back-to-back shows here tonight, so if you want to hang around straight after this one, we're actually going to have, well, we call it the Wedding Games, but some of you will know it as the Love and Marriage Game Show. Some of you will know it as Newlywed, Not So Newlywed. Either way, we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to get 3 couples up on stage, and we will do it at 10:15, okay? 10:15 tonight, okay? Now, we might get a bit cheeky, a little bit naughty. We don't know what the people on stage. I use classic questions from the game show, but the people on stage, they could be on the drinks package, so we just have to put a caveat there. Anyway, well, I hope you had a wonderful day today, and did you have a good night last night? Happy New Year to you all. I hope from our family to yours. I hope you had some fun. I hope you recovered a little bit today. And we're going to have some more fun later on with the Newlywed, Not So Newlywed game. I don't know why they get me to host this anyway, because I've never been married. Nobody wants to marry me either. My mother is desperate for grandkids, and I can't get anyone to agree to marry me, which is a bit of a shame. And so, but I will host it tonight. And I know I make my life sound very sad when I say it like that, but I just go home every Saturday night and watch The Notebook and eat a giant bag of Doritos. But my life is not quite as sad as it sounds. But it's pretty damn close. Anyway, you ready for a great show tonight, everyone? Yes? Excellent. Well, for a great show, we need our amazing orchestra. We've got the rhythm section back tonight. Please welcome the rhythm section, the Reflection Orchestra. Come on, let's welcome them on stage. Happy New Year, gentlemen and ladies. Now, tomorrow, by the way, in Grand Cayman, some of you know this, Grand Cayman is a tender port for most ships. We do need to talk a little bit about tendering. I won't talk about it now. I will talk about it after the show to explain, those of you not sure about how tendering works and how the ticketing system is going to work in the morning. I'll explain that after tonight's show. But back to tonight's show. You've got some great, if you're a fan of awesome music, we've got a lot of awesome music coming for you. We've got some rock in here, we've got some classic rock and roll, and we've got some country as well for you. So we've got Rachel and Gareth here tonight. Let's give them a nice warm welcome reflection, and welcome to the stage, Ragar. Come on, everybody, let's give them a nice welcome.
And it's down at the end of the lonely street at Heartbreak Hotel. I get so lonely, baby. I get so lonely, yeah. I get so lonely, I could die. Come on, celebrity, let me hear you make some noise.
You still can't find some room for broken-hearted
doing this evening? You're always our favourite crowd because you're 2 hours more drunk than the crowd before. Happy 2019, Happy New Year! Alright, you're our first audience of 2019, so this is great for us. So we're Ragar, right? And we've had a few questions about our name already. I'll make it really easy. This is Rachel, I'm Gareth. If you put those two names together, you get Ragar. You see, the other option was Gachel. That's a different show. I'm all the way from the United Kingdom. Is there anyone in from the UK to see me? Oh, I'll be loud and proud after Brexit.
Come on, USA, who's in from the States? All right. I'm all the way from Dallas, Texas. Do I have any Texans in the house?
Hey, when we are in the world, she says Dallas, Texas, and someone goes absolutely crazy. To be honest, it's starting to really annoy me. I'm all the way from a little town called Buckingham in England. Is there anyone in from Buckingham? There's only 11,000 people in my town, so statistically you're lying. Right, ladies and gents, we're going to take you on a journey tonight. Some of the very best in country and rock. Any country music fans in the house? What about rock and roll fans in the house? Along just fine. So we started the show there with our version of Heartbreak Hotel by the King himself, Mr. Elvis Presley. Followed that up with a little bit of classic Aerosmith.
Now, before we get to the rest of the music, I just want to let you folks know that photos and videos are absolutely fine by us. He didn't put all that hairspray in his hair not to have his photo taken. So pull out those phones. If you're on social media, just share those with us. We love to see you guys rocking out and enjoying the show. Now, my rock fans, just stay put. I promise it's coming. But we've got some classic country duos coming up next. In a little while, we've got Mr. Johnny Cash and Miss June Carter. But before we get to the Man in Black, we've got another famous duo who sang this song for the very last time not too long ago, when Mr. Kenny Rogers retired. Miss Dolly Parton joined him on the stage. They sang this song for the very last time. They're never going to do it again. So we're going to carry the torch for you folks this evening. I hope you enjoy. This is our version of Islands in the Stream.
Baby, when I met you, there was peace unknown. I set out to find you, a fine tooth comb. I was soft inside. We got something going on. You do something to me that I can't explain. Hold me closer and I feel no pain. Every beat of my heart, we got something going on. Tender love is blind, it requires a dedication. All this love we feel needs no conversation. We ride it together, making love with each other. I don't tell the strength, that is what we want. No one between, after we wrong, sail away to another world, and we rely on each other. From another to another.
Everything
2019. If you haven't guessed already, right, Rachel and I, we're in a transatlantic relationship. It's true, we are. You know what, being in this kind of relationship, we have a lot of differences. Music is a big difference of ours. She is a huge country music fan. I'm much more of a rock and roll kind of guy. My favourite difference is the language barrier. Of course, it's not really a language barrier. We both speak English, it's just they do it their way, but we do it properly. That joke goes down so much better in Europe. Right, ladies and gents, the next song I'm going to sing for you is by one of the greatest artists to ever come out of the United States of America. He went by the name of Mr. Michael Jackson. A lot of artists have covered this song, and we decided about a year ago to record our own version of this. So this is our version of his hit, Billie Jean. you so much. That's always such a fun song to sing for you. So Rachel's left the stage, which means there's a country song coming along, unfortunately. And no, I love it. I really do. She makes me love it. Ladies and gents, a little bit of history about Rachel myself. I was in a rock band for 5 years. I toured all around the world, and I met Rachel. And ladies and gentlemen, I quit the band for my girl. And just 8 months ago in Dallas, Texas, we got married. Oh, I'm very aware that I'm punching way above my weight. But you know what, doing this job, playing audiences like yourselves all over the world, on ships like this, in great destinations, it's amazing to do that with anybody, but to do it with the person that you love is an absolute privilege, and I'm thankful for that every single day. That's as sweet as you're ever going to hear me as well. Ladies and gents, but you know what, one of the best things about doing this job with Rachel is wherever we are in the world, on any given day, she will always make me laugh, because she's very, very funny. Now, sometimes unintentionally, and I have a true example of this. This is a true story. This happened 1 month ago in Dallas, Texas. Now, we were at Rachel's grandparents' house. We had the whole family there. We had her mum, her dad, her brother, sister, brother-in-law, and the grandparents. And we were watching the television. Now, you may well have seen this commercial. It is a very attractive middle-aged couple, and they're on board a cruise ship. Now they go into their cabin, and they go out to their balcony, and they're looking out very romantically to the sea. And at that point, Rachel said, "Hey, look, babe, it's us." And the whole family looked at the screen. Just as the woman turned to the camera and said, "Ask your doctor about Viagra singles." Yeah, that's a true story. I don't know who was more disappointed, me or her dad. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, please welcome back to the stage with an absolute country classic, my beautiful wife, Rachel.
looking bunch behind me. Woo! So some of you may know, but some of you may not. So if you don't know, this is not our band. We have never met these guys before, and they have never played our show before. We met them at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We got on the ship. Let's rewind. We left Dallas-Fort Worth today at 3 o'clock in the morning. Got on the ship today, went straight to rehearsal with these guys. They knocked it out of the park for an hour and a half, and they are knocking out of the park now. Please give them another round of applause. So when we first met, Gareth was in a couple different rock bands. He toured around Germany and the UK, and little did I know, he actually did not start out in the world of rock and roll music. Gareth actually started out in the world of musical theater. He spent 8 years in the West End of London, and he did shows like Wicked and Mamma Mia, and he was even in Mamma Mia the movie. I know, ladies, there's that dance with the flippers in there in really tiny shorts. Check it out. Probably why they didn't ask him to do the second movie. We're not doing ABBA though. He is a Brit and a very proud Brit, so we're going to bring you some British rock and roll. Is that all right? This was the most electrifying frontman we have ever seen. His name was Freddie. And the band were, of course, Queen.
It's the second time I've sung that song this evening, and right now it is 18 and a half hours since I woke up. I tell you what, but there is a fear and a sweat any time you sing a Freddie or Queen song, because he was the greatest, wasn't he? Yeah. He was the greatest. ladies and gentlemen, we're starting to come towards the end of the show. Now, Rachel and I will be out there on deck 4 for anyone that wants to come and say hi, take a photo. We do love to meet everybody. We do have an album with us. It is the Cross Country album. It's everything you've heard this evening, plus a little bit extra. We recorded it in Fort Worth, Texas. We're very proud of this album. And it goes on your room card, so it's kind of like it's free. And we got asked one other question quite a lot. We get asked, do we write our own original material? We do. We're currently writing our first album. We're hoping to release it by the end of this year. So anything we make out there goes straight back in the studio. So please keep your eyes and ears peeled for our original music, which will be coming to you sometime this year. Is that a deal? Alright, so let's get some one important question for you. Are you ready to party? I said, are you ready to party?
Let's go, girls. don't know.
Talking, of course, of the legendary Beatles.
The Beatles had a message of peace, of love, and harmony. Right now, we think our world could use a whole lot more of that. Y'all agree? You've been a fantastic crowd. We're gonna leave you with this one.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom.